Hello, everyone. I don't know if you can hear us yet. It seems that at least my YouTube doesn't show us yet. But I hope you can hear us. So I keep on going. Welcome. This is our first webinar on doing remote PI planning with Agile Hive. I'm very sorry that we can't see each other at this moment. This is due to the situation that we're all at home and we have kids, and well, we don't want everyone to see our kids right away because they might be strolling in. No, but seriously, we do have the situation that a lot of arts in the world now all of a sudden would like to meet in person and do their PI plannings, but all of a sudden, due to the coronavirus situation, they cannot meet in person. And even though it's best practice in Agile to meet in person, now we all have this topic that we need to meet remotely. So we want to make sure that we can do our PI plannings as the arts remotely, virtually, with the help of Agile Hive. Maybe just a short introduction to us. We are Jan Kuntsche, who is the solution owner of Agile Hive, and my name is Peter. And well, today we want to show you how we could do a remote PI planning with the help of Agile Hive and other solutions. So it's really a matter of whatever works fine, and that we have been testing ourselves. And later on, we will have a Q&A. So it would be great if you would stick to us and move over to the Google Meet for the Q&A so we can talk to each other. The first half hour, we'll just show you what's going on and what ideas we have, and as I said, discuss it later. Cybert Media, we have been developing Agile Hive as a all-safe solution with Atlassian tools, Jira, and Confluence. And we want to focus on remote PI planning today. And just for those of you who don't know what Agile Hive is, I just want to show you really quick what's the heart of Agile Hive. It's called the, there's a bit of a lag, the project hierarchies. The project hierarchies, I don't see them in the YouTube channel yet. I see them on the other screen, so I don't know if they're out there and you can see them. I cannot. So, well, I just keep talking. The project hierarchies, what it does is, after all, that we, there we go. That Agile Hive solves some issues that Jira has with the lack of enough hierarchies, that we solve this by having single projects for each of the safe layers, or rather the artifacts in the safe layers. So it is possible to work every configuration of safe. What we show you today is the full safe, so because it's most explanatory at this point. So every box you see here, from portfolio down to Sage, they're all single Jira projects, and we can set them up in a hierarchy so everything works well the safe way, and we have everything linked to each other, whatever you have as issues in your Jira safe environment. And from here, that's pretty much what Agile Hive is. And as we said before, there's a whole lot more about Agile Hive, but today we're focusing the remote PI planning. So I hand over to Jan, who will show you around.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. And also a warm welcome from my side. My name is Jan, and I want to show you how Agile Hive is capable of supporting the remote PI planning. I hope that you can see the PI planning overview that I want to show you first. So I want to start with a little bit something that happens before the PI planning itself. It's the planning the PI plan. planning event. And so what does that mean? We have to create an overview page like this. We have to gather all the information that all our colleagues and participants need to participate. We want to give out contact information. We want to, simply, show road signs so everybody can access the information that he needs. And so you see, we are here in Confluence. We provide, for example, spaces for remote PI planning filled with many pages and templates to support you to do so. So we have like a checklist or overviews, and I want to show you just some of them because we are very limited in time. So this is the overview page that you will, for example, as a release train engineer, share with your with the whole Agile release train. And the cool thing about it is you are able to do registration management here. So all the colleagues are able to sign up, and you always see how many signed up, who signed up, and they have all the information of the when and the where. In this case, since it's remote, we are using Google Meet or Google Hangouts to do that. Of course, you can use your own technology, like, I don't know, Microsoft Teams or Skype or whatever you want to use for that. And so you see all the information here, very appealing. You see the agenda of day one, which is the same agenda that Scaled Agile is telling us or showing us in their documentation, beginning with the business context and ending with the management review. So all the steps are here, and you can click on them and get more information about different steps, what is happening there, who is presenting what, and for example, also in the team breakouts, what do I actually have to do during this biggest part of all of them, and I will show that to you. So the same happens for day two, of course. And since, again, this is the remote PI planning, we need to be able to, talk to each other, maybe see each other, and we can do that by joining different video calls or rooms, or however it's called in the tool that you use. And here you have direct access to those, and again, also to the team spaces. So everything is here, and it's very easy to get there. Also general channels, like, for example, if you have IT problems, and you have the direct contact here, and also for the second day, the confidence vote, stuff like that. And maybe if you want to show specific art roles, you can do that here, because they are the ones that are if you have questions, the most important ones that you want to talk to. And maybe also the CEO gave some input to the specific art. Just an idea how you can visualize that. The next thing that I want to show you is I want directly to show you the product vision in this case. So this could look like that. So imagine that I'm now a product manager, and we are developing this in this case a Beats Studio headphone, and I want to share some screenshots. I want to share my vision to all of the people that are in this art, and I can do that here. And I can also show the top features that that were prioritized by me or by the product management. and you can click on those and get, again, more information about those different features. And it's also in my duty to show the roadmap that I have, not in mind, but in this case also here on the page. So or how could the roadmap look like? So here you have an idea what the product manager has in mind, and you also see, which is also important, what also Scaled Agile is telling us, that everyone should see the backlog, or better said, the program backlog items, which you can see here in a prioritized fashion. So this is the whole product vision page, which also can be even more expanded. This is you can adjust nearly everything. And by the way, those aren't just images. This is real text. This is real stuff that you can also mention. So this is nothing is fake here. The next thing I want to show you is the planning context and the team breakouts. So this is one of the most important parts of the PI planning. What you see here is that for people that are not familiar with SAFe, we also support them by showing what is the actual input now of this planning context, and what is your task, and what will be the output. And of course, you will get more information if you, for example, click on the input. You will go back to the product vision, or in this case, team breakouts. This is the page for the team breakouts. So here you see how to actually do a team breakout, and you see all the different steps that you have to do to complete a breakout. And those steps, of course, are again described in detail, so you don't have to open up the SAFe website every time. And what I want to show you right now is how we can use this Confluence page to track the progress of the breakout in real time. And to do so, I will go into the edit mode of this page, and you see that two of my colleagues are also now on this page. So you see their avatars here on the right corner, and you can also see in real time what they are doing. And so the cool thing about this is that we now see, let's say I am in the team Clover. You can now show all the other teams, or mainly the other Scrum Masters, what is the status of our breakout in my specific team. And so this is a very cool idea or use case, how you can use this real-time collaboration feature of Confluence. And so if you would be done with all the breakouts, the next step, which also takes several hours, just to mention that, is then to review the whole draft plan. This is something that I want to show you a little bit later on. The next thing that I want to show you is just very quickly also the confidence vote that will happen on day 2, just to show you that it's not, maybe it's not very easy for you to handle 120 people to do a confidence vote remotely. So what you can do right now is you just click, for example, on, I'm quite confident. I will click here on 4 fingers, I'm sorry. And now you see I'm the first one that voted here. And after several minutes or seconds, you will see more progress here. And
you can go ahead. I just voted, so you should be able to see my vote also.
Yeah.
And then, as you see on the right-hand side, where Jan's cursor is at the moment, you can also see who voted what if you configure it this way. So the purpose is that someone who has only 2 fingers or less up gets the chance to talk and say what's in his mind, why he is so little confident. So that's really easily doable here.
Yeah, and I want to now show you how the teams will, if we go back, for example, let's say we understood now the planning context. We understood the features. We have the understanding in our team. So the next 2 steps I want to show you are the velocity and the story and the enabler creation, and how we support that with Agile Hive. So now to do that, we have to jump to Jira, which is of course also linked in those Confluence pages that you just saw. And in this overview here, you see a timeline. In this timeline, you are able to create those blue boxes, which represents the PIs. And in this PI, you already see the planned feature by the product management. Of course, this is just, a plan that the product manager, it's just like a draft or what he would like to see. Of course, the reality will then show you what the real plan is. And so what we will do now as a team is we will jump here into the view increment page, and you see that this is really a blank PI. We are now, or every team is at 0 at the start line, and now we want to start to talk about velocity and then break down our story. So let's go into our team board here. And the first thing is velocity. So what we will do right now as a team, we will talk about the capacity, about so we will take a look at each sprint, and we'll talk about is every team member is every team member available, or is someone, for example, in holidays, or are there national holidays or other things that we have to keep in mind. And let's say our typical capacity, if everyone is available, is like 20. And let's say in the next sprint, for example, half of us is gone because holiday, whatever. So you see, you can simply insert the different values very easily here into those fields. And so now you're done with the velocity. The next thing that you want to do is now to break down the feature that your team will be working on. And let's say we will work on the active noise canceling feature. So what you do is you simply click on that. Now you see it's selected. It's a little bit bluish. And now you click on new issue. And what you do now is you insert like the summary of your story. And I'm now very creative, and I'm just inserting story 1, and I'm doing it with the next one again. And so, I think you have already understanding what I'm doing here. And the cool thing that happened right now is we have not only created 2 stories, those stories were also currently planned in the first sprint, and they were hierarchically linked with the Agile Hive link that you saw the project hierarchies that Peter introduced before. So this link has been now set up in the background, and they have a direct connection to this feature here. So after breaking down, the high level stories, the next thing that you will do is to estimate the the story points of those different stories, and how the team does it is completely flexible. You can do a planning poker, whatever. So what you have to do afterwards is simply to insert the estimation, so the value. So let's say this story is a 5, and the second one we said that it's an 8. And the cool thing is that you see it's very, very easy to insert those story points, and you see here that they are summed up, and they are directly you see if you have enough capacity or not. So let's just say, okay, this is a 20. Now you see our what we have planned too much, so our load is too high, and therefore you see that this will show up here in the red color.
Maybe one hint from this side. One thing that we are lacking yet is that we do have to refresh the browser in order to get things going. So we would really recommend that if you meet via some video conferencing tools, someone of the team, since we're talking on team level here, shares his or her desktop and does the same thing that Jan is doing right now. So everybody sees live what's going on, and one person takes over and does the planning. So it's we're not actually everybody looking at their own boards in Jira, but at the screen at this moment. So that makes things very much easier.
Yeah, and what you see is I've now created other stories to that belong to another feature, and you see if I click the feature here, the whole view will be filtered, so you always see which story belongs to which feature here. And what you can also do is, which is very important, you can now set up dependencies and also visualize dependencies. To do so, I want to jump back in time and show you a little bit older demo data here. And now you see how it looks if you have more data in the system. So let's open up the team Avocado, and now you see, first of all, for the first time, a dependency here in the team itself. And you are also able to view other teams. And if you have dependency to other teams, you see that here, they will be shown in those colored bubbles here. And the colors are very easy to understand, and I think they are a big plus if you compare it to the analog boards where you will probably have only one color. So the green ones means that Clover 16 has to be done before the Avo 27, and since this is the case, it's green. But let's say they are planned in the same time frame. So in the same sprint, you see now it's not green anymore. Now it's yellow, because this is something which is already critical, since it's also a dependency that is to another team. And yeah, the last color, red, is if you do something like that, now it's red. So this means this is, from a logical perspective, it's impossible to do that. The issue A has to be done before the issue B, but issue B has been planned before. So you want to definitely remove or discuss, first of all, those red dependencies. and you want to get rid of them. To set up dependencies, this is very easy. Simply drag and drop your desired issue, and then, for example, drag and drop it to this one here, and now you see we have the dependency here in red. If now maybe you say, oh, this is not the correct direction, I wanted the other one, of course we can simply delete it and do it the other way, and now okay, now this is how I want it, the dependency. So this is very easy to do. Just to quickly show that, of course, you're also able to focus, for example, only on red or yellow ones. And maybe if you already, this is something that I didn't mention, maybe as a product owner of a team, you already created stories before the PI planning, and of course you are able to let me quickly disable the other team to get better overview. Of course you're able to display your backlog of the avocado team in this case, and you can drag or you can insert those let's do it with this one. You can insert your stories into the PI. So
that's Peter, really cool because, yeah, I just want to say that it's really cool because you can do everything in one screen. So you don't have to jump from ticket to ticket or anything, or from board to board. You have one board for the team, for the entire PI planning, and can do this really easily.
Yeah, the next thing that I want to show you in the next 3 minutes is that Agile Hive, now what I want to show you are automated reporting overviews, which also used for the draft PI review. So what you see right now is an overview for our Agile release train itself. So we are now here on the program level. And the cool thing is on those or with those overviews is that they are automated. So that means that after you have installed Agile Hive and you have created your hierarchy, which is also very easy to do, those overviews here are directly there. You don't have to configure them. So it's very easy to set up Agile Hive with the newest version. And so what you see here is, for example, you see the different program roles. You see the who is who. You see the most important statistics for the whole Agile release train. And everything that you see here is now based on my selection up here. So the whole information here now is based on the second PI of the last year. So we are lacking a little bit of demo data here, but what you can do is you can always go back in time and check your how we, for example, performed in another PI, or you can also go into the future if you want, or jump into the future. So this is very easy to do, and if I do so, you see, for example, that now the whole information is based on the new PI that we just that was totally empty, and we created some stories. You saw that, and now you see a little bit what's the status here. So if we go back here where we have a little bit more data, you see what we have planned in the PI, which teams were involved in this Agile release train, on which feature they have worked on, and with how many story points, and all this stuff, which is in general always very hard to, or you have to get this data from many different views. But with Agile Hive, you have everything in one view. You don't have to export it into Excel and to sum it up. This is all here. You also see the objectives of the teams here. So we are talking about the team PI objectives that you see for the team Avocado or for the team Clover and so on, and also the art PI objectives. The same goes for the art risks. So we have a risk management here. And if we now go to the same view, but a level deeper, so from a now on the team level, you see that it's a little bit different. You see that now we are having a look not on the whole PI as a whole, but now in the most granular way, in the sprint way. So you see the different sprints, what we have planned in the sprints, what is the capacity, what do we have planned, what have we done, and everything again, what is here is summed up here in your statistics, like the load versus capacity, like the achieved business value, and so on and so on.
So since we're talking remote planning, this is, of course, 2 pages. The reports are actually overviews for everybody who wants to see the progress of the planning itself. They can just take a look here at the reports, and they're always up to date at where the planning is at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. So this is it. We have already talked half an hour. So now we would switch to the Q&A, or do you have something else to?
Yeah, I just want to add something, but I can share my screen if
Sure.
you want me to. Okay. I hope this is working. Okay. Just to make sure, Jan, can you see my team overview or the PI overview page?
So let me see. Currently, I have to quit. So now I see, I don't know. What do I see?
The PI overview page?
No, I don't see. Ah, yeah, I see now. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and reload it. Okay, so you should see the PI overview page. Since we're talking about remote planning, of course, the question is we've been acting as if we were just, meeting, but of course we're not just meeting, but we're all at home. The entire art, everybody is at home. And so we had to set up a whole lot of technical equipment, channels and stuff like that. So that's something that we really want to take care of, that in the checklist. We have provided a checklist from Scaled Agile with a normal PI planning checklist that we changed a bit. So you make sure that really early on you get the IT involved, and you know that all the channels are working, that you have a video conferencing tool that is working for every group. So there's different channels that you can jump into right away. We linked them here on this overview page. So whenever you want to join the team in their breakout sessions as a Scrum Master or as a business owner, because you're supposed to estimate the business value of a team or whatever, you can just jump into these calls right here. Then you can enter their team spaces in Confluence and collaborate with them in Confluence. Or, of course, you have other more general channels, such as the Plenum or the Scrum of Scrums. You find them here. And very important, that's something that we would really recommend, is that you have IT support during the entire session. Of course, probably by phone, so you can call someone if anything is amiss, if you're disconnected or anything. And we provided all of this here, and we really would like to encourage everybody who's doing anything this size remotely, that you test the equipment well ahead, especially for keynote speakers, that they have the right equipment and not, have some decent camera, decent microphone, stuff like that. And then another thing that worked really well for us in an event that we had with quite a few people all remotely, is that we had Martin and Adil as hosts who were there all the time in one channel, and you could always move back and forth to them. So we would always recommend that you have some person in this channel, in the Plenum, so whenever there's any organizational challenges or questions, you can jump right into this video call here and ask your questions. Okay, then there's something I would like to add before we move into the Q&A. If there is the possibility, hold on a second. Since we said we'll talk about some more tools, for those of you who know Zyberg Media, we have a tool called Linchpin. It's a social intranet. Of course, sometimes you have large organizations that are far bigger than just this one art we're talking about for the PI planning. So maybe you want to use this situation and get a news going. So you inform the people of your entire company that you have your first remote planning. You can share this as news. You can even set up your Confluence with Linchpin in a way that everybody involved in the safe context or this PI planning can have their own little navigation menu up here and jump right into their into the pages provided. So you would have news here that would share this information that we're all responding to change and how we work in this situation. Okay, that's just something I wanted to point out, that for those of you who have social intranet in place, we would really encourage you to use the situation and show everyone maybe not involved in product development what is going on, so how you act in this situation in order to deliver value quickly and adapt to the situation. Okay, so if there is nothing from the guys involved here, I would say we meet in another Google Meet, which is there to answer your questions. So we would be really happy if you stayed and asked your questions, get your ideas to others, so we all learn from the extraordinary situation and see how we can help each other with tools and software in order to get remote PI plannings on the road as quickly as possible.